to Raymond's garden. It's been a while since we had an episode. Today is June 26th, and you missed a few of the flowering periods that we had. Since then, we've planted some of the hydrangeas that we propagated, and we transplanted them out here. And as you can see right here, the privet is growing famously. And the phlox, well, it's over. They already went through their season of flowering, and other flowers started coming up. Right here and back, you can see the yellow flowers popping up, and behind, very soon, the hosta will be flowering. And here is a lily that popped up. There's two varieties here. Earlier, I put some fertilizer down, Scott's Summer Guard. It's about that time of year, and as you can see, we are propagating some more privet in these pots, and here are the hostas that have been sitting here for a while and soon to bloom. And right here is what happened to the shamrock. You can see that they really flourished. We propagated some additional hydrangeas. They're several weeks old, and here is the earlier experiment. We try to propagate some hydrangeas early blossoms, and now here is the main hydrangea that hasn't bloomed for a year or so, and this year it's going to be an enormous plant. It's really coming out, and it should be turning light blue shortly. Let's see, let's go around the front. The azalea finished blooming. We trimmed it up a little bit. See the privet on the other side of Raymond's garden. It pricked up a little bit, and the hydrangeas that were transplanted to the front are right here. And right next door, another lily. The little spruce that we had here, we moved over towards the driveway. The lavandula started blossoming, and here's another hydrangea that we put in. And here's some more lavender. And the Pachysandra right here is really filled in, this yellow flowery little plant. And we'll come over to the front here, and you can see another hydrangea that we planted recently. And a bud is coming out here. Right there, and this little plant here, I don't know the name of it, but it keeps blossoming. Keep picking off the end of the blossom, and more blossoms come up. And of course, this is this wild grass. I just want to stress one very important thing: the importance of irrigation, watering. Besides mowing the lawn properly, and I usually mow the lawn when it's about 3 inches in height, 3.5 inches, and I cut it down to 1.5 inches or so. And I don't use a grass catcher. I let the clippings go right into the grass. You don't see the clippings, do you? After I mowed the grass today, I put down the fertilizer and the weed killer. Then the other important thing is, like I said, irrigation, watering. The other thing that you might want to consider is having a sharp blades on your mower. I use 2 blades a year, and they're absolutely sharp. I pick up all the little sticks that might fall on the ground before I mow, so that the blade does not dull up. Because if the blade gets dull, then the tops of your grass gets dull, and then you start seeing these your grass looks a little brownish from the dull blade. Now here is the rhododendron that you missed the blooming on a little while ago, and the other thing is the azalea bloomed. I don't believe we had it in the previous video. Now the second azalea that was here, I cut because it was dying out, and you will see later on. See the root right here, in the ground. You'll see some growth later on. I'll show you how it comes up. It'll come up like the other azalea that I showed you earlier. So now the side of the hill is being watered, and you can see the hosta from the other side of the lot, and the irises way in the back.